just wait for Russell Ingall's mistake. Russell didn't make a mistake there. Kelly just took the position.
Yeah, you can certainly get a sense of the headspace where this team is at now with Rick Kelly, because the instruction was do not attack yet, wait for Russell's mistake. They don't want this guy to throw away a championship just yet. There's still so far to go this weekend.
Just put the question to the FBR boss, Tim Edwards, does the rule need to be looked at and changed in regards to the rear bodywork? It's costing plenty. He said that is an absolute joke. The tiny little piece that was flapping, he's not a happy man.
We've discussed this with some of the senior folk from race control.
11 laps remaining, Craig, 11 remaining.
From Bathurst onwards, the teams were put on notice that if there was anything that was loose in any way, shape or form, this was going to be the outcome. And they're saying that it's for reasons outside the category's control. So I guess it's one of those things we have to deal with. But you do sympathise with Tim's view. You sympathise with Stephen Richards. And we've seen it quite a bit in recent rounds, tiny little things. In some cases, you raise your eyebrows as to whether it's really going to impact the overall safety, but the decision's been made, and at the moment it's something that everyone's got to live with.
That Team VOC car of Simon Wills is out of the loop, so Mark Scaife gets around him. You're looking at the race leader. Garth Tander now has the blue and white Team VOC car in front of him. It's pretty interesting also just to see that battle between Craig Lowndes and Jamie Whincup. It's not really a battle on the road, it's a battle on the timesheets. And Lowndes was eating away the times of his teammate in front of him.
Pretty hard to imagine either of these two guys getting any further up the road at the moment.
Simon Wills pulls off into pit lane.
It's the last of the pit stops completed. If you watch these shots from on board, you'll see the amount of car movement that you get at Phillip Island, particularly as the tyre condition goes down. There's a lot of sliding, a lot of delicate throttle balancing. Scaife's got 1.1 seconds over Garth Tander at the moment. Looks like he may well be on target to give that brand new car a race win on debut. That's a bit special.
A la Eastern Creek.
Yep. Look at Todd Kelly's car there, just teetering in the rear as it went through turn 3. Right on the grip limit.
Take a look at the current championship points. Now that the positions have been corrected, remember Jamie Whincup had a 7-point lead over Garth Tander. They are now locked on 582 points. Craig Lowndes remains third and Rick Kelly stays in fourth.
The other significance of those numbers is the 22 points between the first two and the third one, because remember it's 24 for a race win, so both Jamie and Garth are almost a race clear now. It was 21 points going into this race one. Oh, there's a mistake from Jason Richards. Oh, he got away with it, you know. But it probably put a little mark on that tyre. He was a million miles wide of where he needed to be then down in turn 8.
Just looking through some of the data, guys, it's interesting, you know, the steering wheel angle, if you have a look at the data on the trace, only about 18 to 20% of the lap is the steering wheel in a straight line. The rest of the the rest of the time, I should say, it's constantly turning. This track is very, very hard on those tyres, especially the right front now.
And here comes Todd for a peep at turn 1. You're quite right, Daniel, and that's the point I made earlier about the throttle around here as well, because there's an enormous amount of medium high-speed turning around this track, so you're always fiddling with the steering wheel, always playing with the throttle.
Be patient, mate. Be patient.
Patience is the key. Mark Scaife leads it by 0.6 of a second over Garth Tander. Jason Richards is locked in an almighty battle with Todd Kelly. But as far as the championship goes, Jamie Whincup and Garth Tander are now neck and neck.
Here we go.
Russell Ingall defending his position, which is 8th. Mark Scaife is our race leader. He's further down the road. So they've split off into 2 groups. This is the second battle group. And here's, well, effectively the first, although Scaife has pulled away. Scaife and Tander have pulled away from these guys.
Jason Richards just nipped the brake again in the turn 4 hairpin, only a little this time. Follows on from the little mistake at Lukey Heights the previous lap, so he's just a bit vulnerable to Todd Kelly at the moment, but he is holding on.
And you've got to say, Neil, if you were Triple Eight at the moment, you'd be just a little bit nervous about what's going on in front, because Kelly and Richards are having a great scrap. They don't want Lowndes, Whincup and Lowndes in particular, to get caught up in it.
Well, the other thing that's happening at a very rapid pace at the moment is Rick Kelly's tagging along because of it, and he's going to find himself right on the rear bumper of the Vodafone cars, and being harassed from the rear is not what they want. They've got enough going on in front at the moment.
That did show a lot of patience and a lot of skill also, as Tander now pushes up to Scaife. There's some nervous times. He's still going. He won't take it there. He has shut the door on that gap, and now Garth Tander buys himself another 4 points.
Very taily on the exit there for Scaife. This puts Tander in the race lead.
And puts him in the championship lead.
Gives him more points.
So that has worked out superbly for Toll HSV. Scaife, Tander, Richards and Kelly. 4 Holdens leading the way. Then Jamie Whincup. Then Craig Lowndes. Then Rick Kelly.
Laps remaining, Jamie. 7 to go, mate. Doing a great job.
Seven to go.
Craig Lowndes is being urged to keep an eye on the rear view mirror as well as an eye on what's going up front, as we noted a couple of laps ago. So here's what happens now that Garth has snuck up to the lead of the race. Punched him out by 4 points, so he's gone into the race 7 under, and he's popped out 4 above thus far. He's not there yet.
Importantly, Craig Lowndes is now 26 points adrift. Kelly versus Lowndes at a very familiar part of the circuit.
And that's right, and he I didn't miss the meaning of it.
I don't think they did either.
And at the moment, Craig looks like he could be a bit vulnerable, although that just cost Rick 5 or 6 car lengths. He just dropped the right rear off the edge of the road coming out of Siberia at turn 5.
It looks as though Jamie Whincup, while Jason Richards has pulled away a little bit from Todd Kelly, Whincup is now trying to apply the pressure on car 22. Be surprised if Jamie Whincup's been given the hurry up. Zinger replay shows contact between Mark Winterbottom and Russell Ingall at 4. Back around onto Gardner Straight.
Bars are quite stiff where they are at the moment, mate.
The lead for Garth Tander, 1.3 seconds over Scaife. Has a little peek. Down at Doohan Corner, turn 1.
Lowndes made the observation that Todd Kelly's running around the inside of the track at the moment. The temperature's just rising a little here in this battle group.
Well, this is important for Jamie Whincup. If he gets that position in front of him, he gets 2 points back off Garth Tander. With 6 laps remaining. Rick Kelly looks like a dog with a bone. He can't wait to get in the fight.
Funny thing about that is Craig just drove down the inside of the approach to turn 4. So he's on the radio telling his team that Todd Kelly's driving down the inside as he drives down the inside to keep Rick out. So, as always in race driver land, all's fair in love and war.
Like you say, they're just waiting for somebody else to blink. But out in front, Garth Tander's got his eyes wide open.
Isn't that a great shot? You can see just how delicate it is guiding a car with tyres that are worn over the top of the hill here.
Rick's having the ball.
Hardly using any revs in the short shift from second to third because of the amount of sliding that's going on. Tander's got 1.3 seconds. Now it's out to 1.7. So 23 laps down. And it's all red for the first 4 positions, with Garth Tander staking his claim for the championship here in race 1. But Jamie Whincup does not want to let go of Todd Kelly. Yet again, this battle group of Todd Kelly, Jamie Whincup, Craig Lowndes and Rick Kelly continues to nudge and push and shove and look. Back of Todd's car is just starting to skate around a bit too much at the moment. That's what's making him vulnerable. Meantime, Rick Kelly drops the right rear again off the road out of Siberia. Have they got any adjustment left in the anti-roll bar control on car 22 to calm it down? Who knows? But at the moment, he's really busy just trying to keep this car at bay. And Rick is flashing from one side of the road to the other, chasing, looking for a way. Looks like he's got some more pace.
120k race, what do you reckon Rick's done already? Trundling around that circuit, he's seen every side of the road, he's already done 130.
I was about to say he's done a few more, hasn't he? He's got good speed in the slow corners, but he can't do much in the medium high speed stuff at the moment. Maybe this is an opportunity. Car 888 bad sportsmanship flag for blocking. So Tim Schenken, the race director.
Giving you a bad sportsmanship flag for blocking, so you've got to get your finger out.
Oh, look at this. He's up the inside. Job done. He'll get him here, but then Todd will be on the inside for turn 4, but Jamie's got some extra pace.
That was worth an extra 2 points. A final 2 points for Jamie Whincup. With 4 laps left, he's got that spot off Todd.